Hey BookTube, it's Emma from Prairie Raven. Today I'm talking about Affinity Konar's Mischling. This is her first novel, and this book is set in World War II, and it is a very dark book. Like, dark. Let me just read you the little thing in here. It's the fall of 1944 when 12-year-old twins Pearl and Stasha Zamorsky are sent to Auschwitz with their mother and grandfather. In their benighted new world, the sisters take refuge in their identical natures, comforting themselves with a private language and shared games of their childhood. Catching the eye of Joseph Mengele, Auschwitz's infamous angel of death, and becoming a part of an experimental population of twins known as Mengele Zoo. The girls experience privileges and horrors unknown to other prisoners. They find themselves stripped of the personalities they once shared, their identities altered by the burdens of guilt and pain. That winter, at a concert orchestrated by Mengele, Pearl disappears. Stasha grieves for her twin but clings to the possibility that Pearl remains alive. When the camp is liberated by the Red Army, Stasha and her companion Felix, a boy bent on vengeance for his own lost twin, travel through Poland's devastation. Undeterred by injury, starvation, and the chaos around them, motivated equally by danger and hope, they encounter hostile villagers, Jewish resistance fighters, and fellow refugees. Their quest enabled by the notion that Mengele may be captured and brought to justice within the ruins of the Warsaw Zoo. Their hearts mapped with longing, the young survivors discover what had become of the world, and they try to imagine a future within it. A superbly crafted story told in a voice as exquisite as it is boundlessly original, Mischling defies every expectation, traversing one of the darkest moments in human history to show us the way toward ethereal beauty, moral reckoning, and soaring hope. And there is Affinity Konar, the author. I had not heard of this book at all. And I went to Wordfest in October of 2016, and I listened to her talk on this book. And the way she spoke about the research and about the Nazi hunters and her own personal experiences, even writing the book, the amount of time she actually shelved writing the book, and how she was talking about a lot of the people who were critiquing it. She said, I almost, something along the lines of, I almost fear that people don't want to give it a bad review because of the topic. And I know some people didn't quite like this book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, I struggled with it because of the dark nature of it and because of what the twins went through and the other children in the zoo. And I think mostly it was because what had happened to the kids there and to the people there and the Auschwitz was absolutely horrific. And knowing the line of truth is heart-wrenching. So the story is absolutely intoxicating to read. It is so tragic and so beautiful at the same time. If you can describe a book like this as that, I thoroughly enjoy it. I would give it 4 to 4.5 stars. And I would recommend this to anyone who is interested in historical fiction or in the story Tales from World War II. Even though it's not non-fiction, I would still recommend that as a read, because it's not as daunting. It's only a couple hundred pages, only 300 and some odd. To read, because I know some of the other ones, they're like, oh yeah, read this book, and it's like a phone book, and you know you're going to be reading it for the rest of your life. This one, not so bad. So yes, Mischling by Affinity Konar. Yeah, if you so desire. Thank you. See you next time.